Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Mahārāja's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Mahārāja on July 23rd, 2022 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Pangong Langayate Girim Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, today we will continue with the compilation of the Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book. Today we will continue with the compilation of the Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled Impudence of Dāmodara Paṇḍita. Under the section, The Glories of Haridas Thakur.
Vande aham Shri Guru Srijata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupa Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Mitam Tam Sajipam Sadaita Savadhutam Parijana Saitam Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Shagana Lalita Sri Visakhamitam Sha.
Translation of the Mangalacharan. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and of all the other preceptors on the path of devotional service, unto all the Vaishnavas and unto the 6 Goswamis, including Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Dasa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, and their associates. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Advaita Acharya Prabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as well as all his devotees headed by Srivas Thakur. I then offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Lord Kṛṣṇa and Srimati Radharani and all the gopis headed by Lalita and Vishakha.
This is the Mangala Charana.
So this is the Mangala Charana.
And it's said here at the beginning of this chapter.
And it is being said here at the beginning of this chapter.
To invoke the auspiciousness.
To invoke the auspiciousness. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 3.3.
এক বিধবা ব্রাহ্মণের মহা সৌভাগ্যবান সুন্দর তনয়ের প্রতি প্রভুর অহেতুকী কৃপা এবং স্নেহ। পুরুষোত্তমে পুরিয়া ব্রাহ্মণ কুমার পিতৃশূন্য মহাসুন্দর মৃদু ব্যবহার।
In Jagannath Puri, there was a young boy who had been born of an Orisan Brahmana, but had later lost his father. The boy's features were very beautiful and his behavior was extremely gentle. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 3.4-5.
প্রভু স্থানে নিত্য আইসে করে নমস্কার প্রভু শনে বাদ কহে প্রভু প্রান্তার। উহা দামোদর পণ্ডিতের অন অভিপ্রেত প্রভুতে তাহার প্রীতি প্রভু দয়া করে দামোদর তার প্রীতি সহিতে না পারে।
The boy came daily to Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and offered him respectful obeisances. He was free to talk with Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu because the Lord was his life and soul. But the boy's intimacy with the Lord and the Lord's mercy toward him were intolerable for Dāmodara Paṇḍita.
Dāmodara Paṇḍita was known for his critical attitude.
Dāmodara Paṇḍita was known for his critical attitude.
And although Lord Chaitanya was transcendental to all these things,
Although Lord Chaitanya was transcendental to all these things,
Dāmodara Paṇḍita would sometimes criticize the Lord.
Dāmodara Paṇḍita would sometimes criticize the Lord. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.6
দামোদরের নিষেধ সত্ত্বেও ব্রাহ্মণ কুমারের প্রভুর প্রতি অনুরাগ। বারবার নিষেধ করে ব্রাহ্মণ কুমারে, প্রভুরে না দেখিলে সে রহিতে না পারে।
Damodar Pandit again and again forbade the son of the Brahmana to visit the Lord, but the boy could not bear staying home and not seeing Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.7
বাল সুলভ ধর্ম বসে স্নেহময় প্রভু সমীপে তাহার প্রত্যাহ আগমন। নিত্য আইসে প্রভু তারে করে মহাপ্রিয়, যাহা প্রীতি তাই সে বালকেরি।
The boy came every day to Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, who treated him with great affection. It is the nature of any boy to go see a man who loves him. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.8
দামোদরের উভয় সংকট। তাহা দেখি দামোদর দুঃখ পায় মনে, বলিতে না পারে বালক নিষেধ না মানে।
This was intolerable for Dāmodara Pandit. He became greatly unhappy, but there was nothing he could say, for the boy would ignore his restrictions.
The boy was very attached to Lord Chaitanya,
The boy was very attached to Lord Chaitanya,
and he would come and pay his obeisances every day.
and he would come and pay his obeisances every day,
And Lord Chaitanya would reciprocate with him.
and Lord Chaitanya would reciprocate with him.
So he was very attached to coming.
So he was very attached to coming.
But Dāmodara Paṇḍita could not tolerate this.
But Damodar Pandit could not tolerate this. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.9
একদিন প্রভুর নিকট হইতে বালকের স্বস্থানে প্রস্থান। আর দিন সেই বালক প্রভু স্থানে আইলা, গোসাই তারে প্রীতি করি বার্তা পুছিলা।
One day when the boy came to Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord very affectionately inquired from him about all kinds of news. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.10
কতক্ষণে সেই বালক উঠি যাবে গেলা, সহিতে না পারে দামোদর কহিতে লাগিলা।
After some time, the boy stood up and left. The intolerant Damodar Pandit began to speak.
It's quite natural to ask someone
Quite natural to ask someone
how they're doing, what the news.
how they are doing and what's the news.
For some reason, Dāmodara Paṇḍita, he could not tolerate this.
But for some reason, Damodar Pandit, he could not tolerate this. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.11
অধৈর্য দামোদরের অনুজ ও প্রভুর কার্যের সমালোচনা। অন্য উপদেশে পণ্ডিত কহে গোসাই ঠাই, গোসাই গোসাই এবে জানিব গোসাই।
Damodar Pandit impudently said to the Lord, "Everyone says that you are a great teacher because of your instructions to others, but now we shall find out what kind of teacher you are." Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Damodar Pandit was a great devotee of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Sometimes, however, a person in such a position becomes impudent, being influenced by the external energy and material considerations. Thus, a devotee mistakenly dares to criticize the activities of the spiritual master or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, despite the logic that Caesar's wife must be above suspicion. A devotee should not be disturbed by the activities of his spiritual master and should not try to criticize him. A devotee should be fixed in the conclusion that the spiritual master cannot be subject to criticism and should never be considered equal to a common man. Even if there appears to be some discrepancy according to the imperfect devotee's estimation, the devotee should be fixed in the conviction that even if his spiritual master goes to a liquor shop, he is not a drunkard. Rather, he must have some purpose in going there. It is said in Bengali poem,
অদ্যাপি নিত্যানন্দ
Yadapi Nityananda Shurabari Jai, Tathapiyo Hoy Nityananda Rai. Even if I see Lord Nityananda has entered a liquor shop, I shall not be diverted from my conclusion that Nityananda Rai is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So one should jump to some conclusion that a spiritual master is in Maya. One should not jump.
One should not jump to the conclusion that the spiritual master is in Maya.
Just because of your external speculation.
Just because of your external speculation. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.12
এবে গোসাইর গুঞ্জ সব লোকে গাইবে, তবে গোসাইর প্রতিষ্ঠা পুরুষোত্তমে হইবে।
You are known as a Gosai, bracket teacher or Acharya, end of bracket. But now talk about your attributes and reputation will spread throughout the city of Purushottam and how your position will be impaired.
So Dāmodara Paṇḍita is telling that Lord that his reputation will be affected.
So Damodar Pandit is telling the Lord that his reputation will be affected. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.13
প্রভুকে মর্যাদা দেখাইয়া দামোদরের ভর্ৎসনা ও শাসন। শুনি প্রভু কহে কি কহ দামোদর, দামোদর কহে তুমি স্বতন্ত্র ঈশ্বর।
Although Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu knew that Damodar Pandit was a pure and simple devotee, upon hearing his impudent talk, the Lord said, "My dear Damodar, what nonsense are you speaking?" Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Damodar Pandit replied, "Oh, I don't think so this is a purport, Guru Maharaj. I don't think so this is a purport." Damodar Pandit replied, "You are the independent personality of Godhead beyond all criticism.
Dāmodara Paṇḍita was being very impudent
Dāmodara Paṇḍita was being very impudent
to speak these things in public.
to speak these things in public. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.14
স্বচ্ছন্দে আচার করো কে পারে বলিতে মুখর জগতের মুখ পারো আচ্ছা দিতে
My dear Lord, you can act as you please. No one can say anything to restrict you. Nevertheless, the entire world is impudent. People can say anything. How can you stop them?
This was 500 years ago,
So this was 500 years ago,
before the social media.
before the social media.
All that social media there, people say very impudent things all the time.
Now that the social media is there, people say impudent things all the time. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.15
পুণ্যে হইয়া মনে কেন বিচার না করো রান্ডি ব্রাহ্মণীর বালকে প্রীতি কেনে করো
Dear Lord, you are a learned teacher. Why then don't you consider that this boy is the son of a widowed Brahmani? Why are you so affectionate to him?
So this is Dāmodara Paṇḍita's point.
So this is Dāmodara Paṇḍita's point.
Although Lord Caitanya didn't associate with any woman
Although Lord Caitanya didn't associate with any women
illicitly at all,
he didn't mix with any women at all.
but Dāmodara Paṇḍita is overstepping his position.
But Dāmodara Paṇḍita, he is overstepping his position. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.16
যদ্যপি ব্রাহ্মণী সে তপস্বিনী সতী তথাপি তাহার দোষ সুন্দরী যুবতী
Although the boy's mother is completely austere and chaste, she has one natural fault. She is a very beautiful young girl.
Sometimes we hear a story that
So sometimes we hear stories that
a Brahmana living next to a prostitute,
a Brahmana living next to a prostitute,
every time a customer came,
every time a customer came,
he put a rock
he put
in her house.
He put a rock in front of her house.
So there was a big pile of rocks.
So there was a big pile of rocks.
And they both died.
And then they both died.
That lady went back to Godhead
That lady, she went back to Godhead
because she was pretending that she was very sorry she was forced to make her livelihood in this way.
So she was very repentant. She was feeling very sorry because she was forced to earn her livelihood in this way.
And then the Brahman said, why she went back? Why not me?
So the Brahmin said, she is going back, why not me?
She was always thinking about Kṛṣṇa and repenting.
She was always thinking about Kṛṣṇa and repenting.
You were thinking about her.
You were thinking about
Her activities.
her activities.
You have to take the bad karma.
So you have to take that bad karma. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 3.17.
তুমিও পরম যুবা পরম সুন্দর লোকের কানা কানি বাতে দেহ বসর.
And you, my dear Lord, are a handsome, attractive young man. Therefore, certainly people will whisper about you. Why should you give them such an opportunity? Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. As a simple and staunch devotee of Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Dāmodara Paṇḍita could not tolerate criticism of the Lord. But unfortunately, he himself was criticizing Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu in his own way. The Lord could understand that it was because of Dāmodara Paṇḍita's simplicity that he impudently dared to criticize him. Nevertheless, such behavior by a devotee is not very good.
Dāmodara Paṇḍita, he was seeing the things very great simplicity.
So, Dāmodara Paṇḍita, he was seeing all the things in a great simplicity. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 3.18.
দামোদরের বাক্যদণ্ড শ্রবণে প্রভুর মনে মনে বিচার. এত বলি দামোদর মৌন হইলা, অন্তরে সন্তোষ প্রভু হাসি বিচারিলা.
Having said this, Dāmodara Paṇḍita became silent. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu smiled, pleased within himself, and considered the impudence of Dāmodara Paṇḍita. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 3.19.
ইহারে কইয়ে শুদ্ধ প্রেমের তরঙ্গ, দামোদর সমমোর নাহি অন্তরঙ্গ.
Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu thought, this impudence is also a sign of a pure love for me. I have no other intimate friend like Dāmodara Paṇḍita.
Lord Caitanya was considering the impudence of Dāmodara Paṇḍita.
So Lord Caitanya was considering the impudence of Dāmodara Paṇḍita
to be an expression of Dāmodara Paṇḍita's love for him.
to be an expression of Dāmodara Paṇḍita's love for him. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 3.20.
এতে কো বিচারি প্রভু মধ্যাহ্নে চলিলা, আর দিনে দামোদরে নিভৃতে বলাইলা.
Thinking in this way, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu went to perform his noon duties. The next day, he called Dāmodara Paṇḍita to a solitary place.
Lord Caitanya will say something to Dāmodara Paṇḍita
So will Lord Caitanya will say something to Dāmodara Paṇḍita which is appropriate,
and tune in for tomorrow.
Tune in for tomorrow. Suspense. Hare Krishna. Thus ends the chapter entitled Impudence of Dāmodara Paṇḍita under the section The Glories of Srila Haridas Thakur.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.